We saw Ashton able to get the best of Ben Evans earlier on in practice qualifying, but Ben was able to answer back in the heat race. Ashton ended up getting pretty close there at the end of the heat race, whether Ben was making a few mistakes or Ashton found a line. It's going to be a duel here in this one, coming up for our last main event here in Group 1 for the Friday program. Let's see who's able to grab that hole shot. Again, it's going to be Ben Evans on the 69F. We'll take that Rotax into the lead, followed by Ashton. So the two guys battling for the win are in 1 and 2 right now. Ashton gets a killer run off of 2 there, but Ben Evans, man, he's got some legs on that Rotax.
Ashton has some corner speed coming out, gets high up in that cushion coming in turn 3. He's going to try to drop down low and make a run at Evans. And Ashton's not afraid to get that Rotax sideways. He's letting that cushion hold him up and turn the throttle as far as he can. And he is taking a face load of gravel to off the rear wheel of Ben Evans.
Ashton's having to work overtime in this one to try to overcome how fast Ben Evans' Rotax is. But I don't want to take anything away from Ben. He's getting killer drives off these corners as well. Bike's working really good. He's riding really well. But Ashton's definitely a lot closer in this main event earlier on than he was in that heat race. So let's see what comes towards the end of this one. But Ben Evans yanking back on that thing, trying to get a little bit more grip.
And Ashton had been running the high line in turn 1 and 2. He's starting to work his way lower, and I really have to think that has to stay out of that roost of Evans' rear wheel. If he can stay out of the roost, he has a clearer view and may make a run out. So he has adjusted his line, trying to drop down below the roost coming off of Evans, and then trying to make a run down the inside. But getting turned in turn 2 is definitely a challenge for him, trying to adapt to that lower line.
Playing a little bit of cat and mouse here. Ashton definitely faster through 3 and 4. Evans faster through 1 and 2. Seems like turn 2 today's really settled a lot of races. A lot of riders struggling coming out of 2 there, trying to stick it. End up losing a lot of drive, going a little bit wider there. But Ben Evans moves up the track there. Ashton gets a better run. This is going to set up Ashton for 3 and 4. Let's see if he's able to run it off in there. Catches his leg just ever so slightly going into 3. But it looks like not able to do it. Ben Evans squares up the corner, blocks off the bottom line.
Ashton throwing everything at the wall to try to get something to stick. Evans riding a smart race, holding his line. I think, in my opinion, coming out of turn 2 is where Ashton's got to make it work, because he can get right up next to him. He does have control in 3 and 4. Evans slipped high last time and allowed Ashton to close the door up a little bit. Evans didn't make that mistake twice, though.
Evans taking a look back. Ashton kind of going the short way around there. Gets a little close to those 2 cones. Might have tapped him with his foot, but Ashton's trying anything he can, not able to make the pass happen yet. Ashton goes up high, cuts down low, gets a heck of a run off of 2 there. Time is running out in this one for Ashton. Ben Evans still going high, then squaring it off. Ashton's going to have to try to sneak up in there and cut him off one of these laps, but it's going to be white flag this time by for Ben Evans and Ashton in second.
And they're coming up on a lapper.
Yeah, we got a lap rider here through 1 and 2. Ashton around the outside, goes almost off the racetrack. That's going to give advantage to Evans, able to open up a big enough lead. That might be all it is.
Evans has control coming through 3 and 4. Ashton threw everything he had at it. There's cones scattered through turn 4 where Ashton tried to get it done earlier, and there was just not enough real estate for Ashton to wake his way around the number 69F of Ben Evans.